Hello students. Today we will start our new chapter, chapter 7 in geography, our country India. India is the seventh largest country in the world. Although India occupies only 2.4% of the world's land area, it supports over 15% of the world's population. It has a variety of landforms. It has mountains, hills, plateaus, plains, rivers, basins, delta, islands, forest lands, and coastals. In this chapter, we shall study about our country India, its location, physical features, and political boundaries. So let's start. You have studied about the shape of the earth, the equator, longitudes, and latitudes. Let us see where India is located as compared to the rest of the world. Take a look at the map of the Asia and see how vast it spreads out. India is located in the continent of Asia. Asia is the largest continent and it is normally divided into West Asia, Central Asia, South Asia and Southeast Asia. India is located in South Asia. Like all other countries, the boundaries are not straight lines. The northern half of the country is surrounded by several other Asian countries. Neighboring countries. India shares its boundary with 7 countries. These are Pakistan in the west, China, Nepal, and Bhutan in the north, Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east, and Sri Lanka in the south. Sri Lanka is slightly separated from India by the Palk Strait. The southern portion forms a peninsula which has the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on the east. The Indian Ocean touches it in the south. The north-south extent of India is between 8 degree 4 north to 37 degree 6 north latitude. Thus, you will find that the Tropic of Cancer passes close to the center of the country. The east-west is spread from 68 degree 7 east to 97 degree 25 east. Longitude. If you calculate the east-west extent of the country, it is a maximum of 29 degree 18 from east to west. The physical division of India. India has a variety of landforms. It has huge mountains, hilly regions, plateau, river, basins, delta, desert and islands. The Himalayan ranges. The northern Himalayan ranges. Along the northern borders of the country, there are a series of mountain ranges. These are commonly known as Himalaya. Himalaya is a word formed by combining two words, him meaning snow and alaya means place of living, which means abode of snow. The Himalayas comprises of 3 main ranges. Number 1, Great Himalaya. The Great Himalayas is the northernmost of the 3. It is also known as Himadri. The height of these mountains is around 6,000 meters above mean sea level. The highest peaks are found in this range, which include the Mount Everest and K2. The Great Himalayas start in northern Kashmir and extend easternwards into southern Tibet and Nepal. Second, Leisure Himalayas. The central range is called the Leisure Himalayas or Himachal. This range is considered as the most rugged mountain system. The altitude varies between 3700 and 4500 meters and the average height is of 50 kilometers. While the Pir Panjal range forms the longest and the most important range, the Dhauladhar is also another permanent range of the Leisure Himalayas. The southernmost range of the Himalayas is called the Shivalik. They extend over a width of the 10 to 50 kilometers and have an altitude varying between 900 and 1100 meters. The Shivalik is covered with thick gravel and alluvium. The longitudinal valleys laying between the leisure Himalayas, and the Shivalik is known as the Duns. The northern plains. The region to the south of the Himalaya range running west to east is the northern plains. These have been formed by the three major river systems, the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, along with their tributaries. This plain enriched is alluvial soil. The deposition alluvial over millions of years is known to have formed this plain extremely fertile. The northern plains are rich in minerals. They have fertile soil and have adequate water supply. The climate is also favorable. All these factors have led to high agriculture productivity. The Indian desert. The Indian desert lies towards the west of the Aravalli Hills. It is undulating sandy plains covered with sand dunes. This area receives very less rainfall and has a dry climate with low vegetation cover. The Peninsula Plateau. The Peninsula Plateau is a tableland. It is older than the Himalayas, which are considered as young mountains. The plateau is said to be formed by the cooling of lava which erupted out of volcanoes millions of years ago. The plateau has broad and shallow valley and rounded hill. This plateau consists of two broad divisions, the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. The Western Ghats. These lies parallel to the western coastal of India and they are continuous series of low mountains. The Western Ghats are higher with an average eruption of 900 to 1600 meter. Annamuday is the highest peak of the Western Ghat. The Eastern Ghat. The Eastern Ghat are not as continuous as the Western Ghat but irregular. They are dissected by many rivers draining into the Bay of Bengal. They are lower and have an average height of around 600 meter. The Eastern Ghats stretch from the Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiris in the south. The coastal plains. Peninsula Plateau of India has plain stretch of narrow coastal stripes running along the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on the east. The western coastal plains lies between the Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea. It is narrow plain. The northern part of the coastal is called the Konkan coast, which the southern stretch is referred to as a Malabar coast. The eastern coastal plain, which runs along the Bay of Bengal, are wider than the west coast. In the northern part, it is called the Northern Circle, which the southern part of known as the Coromandel coast. Island territories. Lakshadweep island groups are located in the Arabian Sea close to the Malabar coast of Kerala. This group of islands is composed of small coral islands. They cover a small area of around 30 square kilometers. This island group has great diversity of flora and fauna. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are a chain of islands located in the Bay of Bengal. They are bigger in size and are more numerous and scattered as compared to the Lakshadweep. The entire group of islands is divided into two broad categories, the Andaman in the north and the Nicobar in the south. The political division of India. India, as you have seen, is a vast country and for the easy administration and control of the people living in the country, it has been divided into many smaller territories known as states and union territories. The difference between the states and the union territory is that the states have their own respective state governments while the union territories are directly under the central government. India has 28 states and 8 union territories. These states were formed based on the local efficiency of language and commonly of culture in the region. Thank you, students.